Yeah, really, really shocking that it went. I mean, I figured it was gonna go to all
Hello.
five. What's up, Scotch and Tie Guy? Um, Auntie, kind of flashing some stuff on the screen up here. Prepare to get farmed during the switch. Good to have you in the booth, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. It's good to be back. Really excited to be back commentating in the booth. Haven't been here in a while. It's been about a week and a half since pace and everything like that. I know you were there.
Yeah, just a little event called Pace. It was a blast. We missed having you. Tons of people there and tons of great racing action. I don't think I slept for the entire week.
Oh man, I was paying attention to everything. Everyone sounded great, by the way. Everything was amazing from what I saw, and that was pretty cool to see. And that 120 race, man, that was epic.
I mean, so many big things happening uh, throughout Pace. Not only that 120 with the grand return of Siglimic, but a 47 being achieved in a race by Punkation, the Pace champion. We couldn't have set it up better ourselves. 47:59, which is a new race world record for GSA. That was pretty hot.
Well, and so I was kind of reflecting after having watched it. My big thing, I really like communities, and I was listening to Electric talk about it the other day. Or I think we were talking about it the other day, and just talking about the speedrun community and how cool it is. And I thought it was so neat, how you had these people come together. You had everyone there,
right?
And they were all there just for speedrunning. And building up this kind of idea that speedrunning can become this really big, really cool thing, and doing something that hasn't been done before, and having 14,000 people watch someone speedrun SpongeBob Square, the Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, it was insane. It kind of blew my mind as to what we can actually do with this community, and like how amazing just everyone participating and it is. And I just thought that was so cool, and it was something that I wasn't able to be there, and I wish I could have been there, but it was just so cool to see, to say, I'm part of this community regardless of me not being there, but I'm participating just as everyone else is, and we're all kind of there together. And I just thought that was really cool.
Well, and what's good, if you hadn't seen it yet, they're going to be posting throughout the GSA YouTube channels all of the different events, the different marathons, the different races. It's just a lot of content. It's 5 days worth of content, so it takes a little while to get uploaded. But be sure to check out those YouTube pages just to see what was happening at Pace as they're uploaded. But yeah, outside of Pace is this 16-star league where everybody's vying to go to Smash and Splash, which this was one of the only leagues where that wasn't happening,
right?
Where it wasn't, we weren't going to Pace, we're going to Smash and Splash. So it's been really competitive.
Well, and I'm interested to see these two guys. This is the first time I've seen. This is just me. I mean, I'm sure this probably has happened before, but 2 sets in a row.
Right.
So we have the potential to see these guys go all the way to 10 races within the matter of about 2-3 hours.
Which is crazy.
Oh my, it's insane. Like and it's got to be crazy from both guys' perspective. I mean, Ante coming back hardcore, going reverse 3-0, and then Para, having those 2 races and then being like, okay, I've got this under the bag, and then having just kind of mix-ups here and there. How are they going to refocus here, knowing, okay, we've got a possibility of 5 more races to go, here. And Kasayev, thanks so much for the subscription.
And you can see where Para's focus is right now. He seemed to struggle a little bit throughout the entire series with Fire Sea specifically. So I like that he's in here kind of practicing out, feeling the buttons out, seeing what's working. I think he only got the pole glitch once or twice. But I feel that this is a reset. It's starting over. The the first 5 don't really matter anymore. We're pushing it through. We'll see Para in just a minute switch over. He's currently still on a practice. He'll be switching to a regular cartridge here in just a moment. But yeah, check out the bracket. Exclamation point bracket has the current standings, and when you click on the 16-star playoffs, you can also see the entire run. Pretty much all you have to do is click the regular season standings. All right, looks like we are getting started, possibly, maybe.
A little bit of mix up here, I think, but we should see our start here in just a sec. There it goes.
There we go. All right.
Well, here we go. Race number 1 of 5 of set number 2. Again, Ante's up by 1 set here, so Para has to win 3 out of 5 races here to make this go to 3 matches.
Yeah, and he can do it. He was kind of coming off of those world record highs that he's gotten, doing a lot of ILs, getting ready for 120 star. So it's a lot. It's not like running a 70 or 270s like back to back. You know, if you remember back to Cheese's and Punke's post game interview, running those 70s back to back, that endurance. It's hard to do the same thing over and over and still maintain the level of consistency to be at the top level. It's tough.
Well, and I was reflecting on 16 star the other today before, coming on here, and I was thinking, that I love 16 star so much because of how just exciting it is and how quick, like within 15, 16 minutes, we've got so much going on.
Oh, yeah.
Both these guys going for their LBLJs right now.
Oh. All right, so
Paracusia get it.
Grabbing the door, gonna have to jump through and go again. Now, we saw this in, I believe, the first race that Ante won, where Ante failed the LBLJ and had to redo it. So Para definitely still has a chance here. Ante going through Dark World now. All right.
Yeah, regardless of missing that LBLJ, he's not too far behind. We can see, sometimes that messing up on that LBLJ the first time around, it compounds on itself, and you get stuck in there for upwards of 2 minutes, and it just kills your run.
Ante looking really good. Looking like a completely different player.
Oh, and Para!
No.
Missing a big long jump there. Ante able to complete his red coins and will move on into Bowser, and that was a really, really bad spot to take a death for Para.
If you've got him, throw some of those GSA hands up in chat now. That hurts a little bit.
Well, and he had what? He had 6 coins there, 6 red coins.
I believe so.
Or 5. It was one of those numbers.
Both commentators forgetting how to count today. We don't need to count in speedrunning. All right. Just over a Bowser fight behind. Luckily with 16, it's not like how 70 was, where it was pretty much a match and you're done. You can have good matches, you can have bad matches. You just throw the bad matches away and move on to the next.
Well, and this has got to be so tough for Para. Like, you go and you just finished a match where you reversed 0-3, right?
Right.
And right off the bat, Dark World, you take a death late into red coins. And now your opponent is in Womps while you're just now completing Bowser. I mean, Para's got to find something. He's got to dig deep and find something to kind of, resurrect this, whatever he's got going on.
And he can. I mean, speedrunning is mainly mental. You get in your own head. Like we see there, Ante, the first time in a little while, failing Alice. and tried to back it up. Not able to. Gonna have to kick back up. I mean, these are the opportunities that Para needs. All right, he's in there.
Here, look at that, Alice. Finally, Para going for this texture setup. Making it look real easy. Trying to make up some time here. If he can make up time with Alice, you know, we can start to see him make a comeback.
I don't think that Para has failed Candleless once today. Anti was having some struggles in the beginning, but looking much more solid. Missing the side flip. That was weird.
Well, if we continue to see minor mistakes here from Anti and Para getting Alice in the first go, we'll make up time there. But if we see minor mistakes like this from Anti through the rest of the run, you know, Para has an opportunity. You know, even though there's a big old deficit there, he can definitely come back.
Huge. Para going for this wild blue star. Trying to catch up, but doing a really good job at it. You can tell that Whomp's Fortress is one of those ILs that he's just very good at. Oops.
Anti having a little difficulty with that bomb grab.
Right, gonna be interesting.
A little bit of a weird plus there, but able to get it.
All right. He's in. Para gonna go for his plus or pillarless. And shoutouts to Tama for upping the bar and making Tama plus, which hopefully we'll see here. Oh, and the bomb blew up right in his face.
Well, that's going to hurt not only, you know, Mario, but Para. You know, trying to make up time there. You know, had an opportunity to make up a little bit of time where Anti was having difficulty, but not able to, you know, take that opportunity.
All right.
Going for that Tama. Second time around.
Angle was kind of sketchy, but he's in there. Looking really good.
If he had done that on the first go, it would have been so nice.
Oh, yeah.
For him to be making out time over Anti.
Para's going to be heading back in for one more star in SSL, just as Anti's heading into Lethal Lava Lands.
Para, really nice Shy Guy long jump there.
All right, so Anti kind of knocking out those fast stars. Went for Bully. I mean, not to say that not all of the stars in 16 star are incredibly fast. Fake sync incoming here. Anti 1 star ahead. And we do have a sync.
Wow.
Oh, and Para falls!
That was so close to being just absolutely beautiful. But, oh, Para, missing it again.
We saw this earlier. He's going to go for it. And it pays off. I don't know what it is. The second time that he's been down to nothing but 2 bars of health, and he decides to go for it. I mean, that's pretty gutsy.
Chat asking real quick here, what's the difference between regular pillarless and Tama plus?
So the difference is when you're watching them do pillarless, regular pillarless, they're doing that for the they're going for lava boot. Interesting.
Not able to get it. We'll go for elevator here with one.
He
can't.
And he fell.
Oh, he took a death.
It's fine. It's fine. It's quick. He's gonna jump back in, and then he'll be right in the volcano. So the death was probably quicker than trying to go hunt down a whole bunch of coins, and I get it. Here again, going for lava boost, gets it. All right.
Pole glitch. Whew. A lot of action there.
A
All of
ton.
a sudden.
I wasn't expecting that. I was watching Anthony and looked over and saw Para doing lava boos. We're going to see Para go in right now for the bully. Just as Anthony's just plugging away. Going for this nesty star here really quick. Wow.
He's looking really confident. Like, he's making a couple little minor mistakes here and there, but other than that, he's looking really, really confident. And Para is just, it looks like he's grasping at straws, trying to get in there, you know, making much bigger mistakes.
Oh, now Auntie having to dodge these boulders. This will be Para's last star in Lethal Lava Lands. Just as Auntie's almost done with HMC. All right. HMC is, you know, in 120, HMC is like one of the scary stages. Para missing that wall kick there. It's the second time for him, but solid backup. HMC is super scary in 120. Pretty comfy in 70 star and 16, but the problem with 16 is you just don't have time to make up. They're grabbing and talking to Todd.
Todd he's being real finicky about his star. You gotta talk to him about some stuff first before he gives it to you.
It's just some random guy hiding in the wall with a star. How would you feel? That's weird.
Yeah, you were saying about HMC versus like 70 star and 16 star versus 120. You know, big thing. You know, being the backups.
Ooh.
Oh, Para completely missing that that box jump and missing it again.
All right.
Able to get it that third time.
You do have a kill plane right there. That can kill you if you're like holding forward on the stick through there, but
able to avoid it. As we see Auntie going for back sub.
He's done that pretty much every one of his runs. Very consistent at it. Para has been going for front sub, getting it occasionally. Still, Para not getting any help from these boulders. I think he's had to dodge almost every single time.
Yeah. Boulders can either be really, really nice or just the absolute worst.
Auntie getting pole glitch there.
Para having a lot of difficulty with Nipsey here. Excuse me, not too much, but missing it at the first go, having to back it up. And Auntie just having a really nice fire C.
This is a completely different Auntie than we saw earlier. Completely. One burn, two burns, then he's in. I believe Para's been rocking the single burn. But Para is getting burned by Mips right now.
Nipsey, the trickster rabbit, giving Para a lot of difficulty.
There we go. I mean, and that's the thing. Yeah, Para's making a couple of mistakes, but Auntie has just been like popping off.
This is a really nice. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not world record pace or anything like that. But what I'm curious as to what his PB is. I don't know off the top of my head.
I believe he does have a sub 16. I was trying to check that earlier, but you know, speedrun.com is down again. I have to shout out to my buddy Pack for that.
I think that's a meme. Is that a meme?
It is. Matter of fact, during pace, he showed the speedrun.com is currently being overloaded on the camera. So, Auntie's got a 1540 is his current PB.
So 1540 is his PB. I don't think he's not going to PB here, but he's definitely going to get close to a sub 16 if he can get good BLJs here, which he will.
He's not, and you know, Para was also playing really close to his PB, which I believe he said was a 1609. Was within 10 seconds of his PB in his second run, but I think that Para could easily sub 16. Not in this run, but. All right.
What just happened? Oh, Discord crashed. All
right.
We're back.
We are slowly back, but we are back.
Oh, an Ante! Taken to death. They're at the end of Bowser in the Sky.
Oh no. Wow.
Rip sub 16.
That's all right. Para has an opportunity to catch up here.
Geno Bean buying some merch, guys. Remember, don't forget, we still have merch out. So if you're looking for some sweet hoodies, some sweet tees, check it out.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm rocking the Pace shirt right now.
Dude, it's so clean. When I saw it, I was like, okay, this is actually this is such a clean look, and I dig it. So
next will be the GSA hoodie. Yeah, exclamation point merch.
Okay, Ante having no problems this time getting into the pipe. Taking on Bowser in the Sky. And missing that first throw. We saw that from him before, having a little difficulty with these throws.
Definitely a higher throw average than I expected. That's good. All right, Para going into bits. This is if he's wrapping it up.
And Ante will take this first race of set number, and Para just falling off. Gonna go ahead and secede to.
I don't blame him.
Ante.
You know, he's got to figure out how to reset here. He was playing like a god the first couple of runs, and it's just been kind of downhill. So I think the best thing to do is just get recentered. I know during the break he kind of was practicing Fire Sea a little bit, but maybe taking a quick breather and getting back into it is the key here.
Well, like I was saying, you know, you had the first two races in set number one go so well, and then all of a sudden now you're 4-0,
right?
And I think you're right. You just gotta take a second. You gotta take a step back, and let go of the remote controller and kind of just like centering yourself and relax. And you know, what's the mindset of these guys? I mean, just going for it all, trying to make these playoffs, you know, and it's got to be a lot on the nerves.
Ante's feeling good. You know, he's got the confidence back. I know, you know, Para's been a little under the weather lately, but he's, like I said, been playing like a god. So probably not feeling the best, but still pushing through. So that was race one. We're going to a best of 5 in this particular match. Match 1 already ended earlier, 3-2. Ante sweeping the last 3. All right. Looks like we're getting ready to get started once again here. Yeah, make sure to check that out. It just popped up in chat just a moment ago. All of the pace stuff is getting put out onto the YouTube channel slowly but surely. It's a lot of content to be able to kind of consolidate down. So give GSA a little bit of time to get that stuff up. But every day they're posting, they're getting that stuff out there. And be sure to check out GSA on Twitter as well for all the latest and hottest updates.
There's so much to go through.
Oh, there's a lot.
I couldn't believe that you guys were going, like, I'm talking 24/7, like all day, all night, like no breaks. It was insane.
Oh yeah.
Those cameras were on constantly. I gotta say, my favorite, I loved the 120 race, but Big John,
Oh yeah.
singing the Star Song was peak pace.
Oh yeah.
That was peak.
That was one of like the 20 peaks that were there. It was wow.
Well, here we go with race number 2. Both these guys able to get those Lakitu skips.
All right.
See how these guys can...
Parrot did struggle a little bit with LBLJ in this last match, but Auntie, the one struggling right now, can't even get into the column, having to try to back it up. What's going on? There we go.
Well, it's so weird when you don't get it with your muscle memory, and Auntie taking a couple ground pounds, able to get it.
Oh, and Parrot takes a death!
It's essentially tied up again, all because Parrot taking a death there. Fortunately, not too late into Dark World.
That hurts. It's almost like he slipped off the edge right there at the second red coin.
Well, that was really bizarre to see.
Got a box roll out here, but the ledge grab.
So we'll definitely miss that cycle. Have to relegate into maybe Shig. Well, taking that.
Ooh.
Amp.
Amped.
And Auntie able to negotiate Dark World pretty fairly.
Yeah, but Para caught up quick. Double firsties.
Well, he's right behind him now. 2:36 for Auntie entering in, and he's 4 seconds behind.
Alrighty. Wow, Para made up a lot of time.
Well, one thing I've noticed from Para is that his movement typically is a little bit cleaner than Auntie's. When, like, for instance, when they were moving to SSL, Auntie was taking a little bit of time because he was getting a little bit of drag from the wall. Para didn't have that. He moved a little bit faster moving down into SSL. So as long as Para can, like, stop these minor mistakes or these big mistakes, his movement's faster and he can make up time.
Right. Going into Womp's Fortress, something that Auntie really struggled with in the beginning, but turned it on. But Para has been solidly consistent throughout Womp's.
Well, and it's one of this is the course that you don't want to be messing up, and it's generally what I've found is that this kind of sets the tone for how your runs are going to go.
It does.
If you're able to get Alice on first go, if you're able to get textures set up on first go, which Para isn't able to, he's going to have to get this back up, shoot into the Wild Blue. It sets a good momentum for you for the rest of 16 Star, especially.
Well, and that besides Dark World is like the reset area is Womp, because you got just non-stop strats. We see Auntie going for Alice here, which he struggled with, got it first time this try. Para going again for Cannonless. So you've got Cannonless, you've got Alice, and the Wild Blue Star is pretty much it here in LBLJ Route 16 Star.
Well, and that Alice and that Cannonless are the two, I would say, I mean, this is arguable, but it's two of the bigger, strats in 16 Star. Other than LBLJ, other than BLJs and that sort of thing. Like, just in normal play, quote unquote, I would say that they're the two big things that you've got to watch out for here in 16 Star.
Like, That's the thing. Ante has got uh, a better PB than Para, but Para just doesn't run 16. So I mean, I think if Para was grinding out 16, that he would have that very similar PB to Ante.
Pear making a good point to me about lava boost and side hop.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say as well. In 16 star, it's like non-stop strats. Like Cannonless, Alice, LBLJ, Pillarless, Side Hop, Lava Boost. Pretty much you've got all of those strats with every one of these stars to make them as quick as possible for 16.
Right. I mean, and that...
Well, I was just going to point out in chat, yes, Ante does race everyone. I think I pointed it out earlier. The first time I met Ante was he invited me to race him. I had like a 22 or 23 PB at the time, and he just popped out of 16 and just sat there and chatted for the rest of the time. Ante is definitely about that Speedrun's live life, and it's pretty awesome.
Para having an interesting...
Yeah, he was really low.
That was... well, he didn't long jump off the pillar there, so he didn't have as much height or speed coming off of it. So he had to kind of negotiate not having as much height or speed, but fortunately able to get it.
All right. And that's what's interesting when you get to know these guys through Speedruns Live, the guys that really just, they don't care who they're racing. They don't care if they're going to get beat. They don't care if they're not going to get beat. They just like that race mentality, and it's different. Racing is different than PB attempts. Granted, when you're playing on this level, you're doing, especially in like 16 star, you're doing the same strats, but like 70 star, 120 star, you're kind of adjusting.
Para not having a problem there with that triple jump to that cage. We'll see Ante go for it here.
Yep, side hop, done. Oh, all right.
We'll see Para. He went for lava boost. This is where he took a death last time.
Oh no, he fell.
Falling.
All right.
And we'll go for the elevator. That's a safe move.
Yeah. He had a great looking lava boost, but then like just insane speed, and you just kind of fall off. That's tough. But he went for the pro lava boost setup, which is really difficult. But he's nailed it. Other than falling off, the lava boost part is of course the hardest.
Well, and especially with that pro lava boost setup, you get that speed coming off, and then you gotta negotiate that bridge, and that bridge is so narrow that if you take one step too far left or right, you're done.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're not done. I mean, if you can save it, you can go for elevator, or you can reset up for it, or whatever. But it's just you're not getting it on the first go.
No. I mean, Para's definitely not out of this at all.
Oh no, he's definitely closer than he's been the past couple of races. I mean, this again, Ante's taken a death a couple times in bits, so as long as Para can keep his head down and just go, there's a possibility of him catching up.
He's gonna have to count on some of these Ante. The problem is that with each race, Ante become consistent throughout. So, and that's kind of what we've seen, from race 1 until now. Para getting that triple box jump this time did not fall. All right. Ante getting the rolling rock star. Para's talking to Todd. right.
Well, here we go. You know, you can see a little bit better how close they are. You know, Para 1 star behind.
Alright, so Auntie going up the left side to get this emergency extra star. Para typically has been going up the right side, which is more optimal. Not by very much, but it's what he needs to do now. All right. Para grabbing his last star in HMC just as Auntie dives and waits for Mips. Oh, Auntie
Having a little difficulty.
That's a first that we've seen. He's been pretty solid with Mips.
We've seen a lot of firsts this playoff with the Mips clips. You know, Rock Chalk actually, you know, throwing Mips onto the other side of the second door.
There you go.
Para having a little difficulty there grabbing. He had a little difficulty grabbing Mips last race through that door, able to negotiate it though pretty well.
And you saw what he was doing where he was jumping. You can risk doing what Para did the last race, which is like clipping outside of the back of the door and you have to come back through the door. He didn't do that this time, so that is going to help Auntie doing rear sub. If Para can knock out front sub, he's going to be saving some time.
Well, I like the move from Auntie to go back sub and not, you know, worry about front sub at all, because as much as it takes up more time, it's way more consistent. You don't have to worry about it. You can just kind of pound it out and move on to Fire C. Para able to get that front right sub, will be saving some time.
All right. Chad asking why you don't grab the Toad Star last, because Mips will not spawn. Like, the game has to reload to allow Mips to spawn. If you do Toad last, then Mips won't spawn at all, and then you're not getting through the door.
You gotta have 15 stars.
All right, Auntie going for the double burn in. Para looking really good.
Slowing down a little bit on these alleys. Got to get up there. Will he make it? He will.
Shout out to Darklink buying some more GSA merch, man. They're popping off today.
A lot of people buying merch.
Don't forget to check that stuff out. ! Merch. Limited time only. Para doing the double burn to get in there. Just one Bowser fight away now.
Well, and this is the kind of, you know, if you want to be behind, this is the position that Para wants to be in. You know, much closer, you know, especially with Auntie having a little difficulty with bits these past couple of races. This is an opportunity for Para.
Huge.
And he's been he's been looking a lot better. Like, it seems that between race number 1 and race number 2, there was kind of a mindset switch. You know, he did have that death in Dark World, but other than that, you haven't really seen too much.
Right. Auntie having some issues on his BLJs. Para looked solid in his very first race. Like, BLJs were like instant, like boop, boop, up, done. Made it look easy.
Oh, I love it when those BLJs are just kind of automatic. You know, it's really cool to see.
The key is hitting that first stair. That's kind of what I try to shoot for. Like, he was a little bit in front of that first stair, but you can get it obviously without. But for some reason, and maybe it's just the placebo effect, but it just seems so much easier if you time it that way. Auntie into bits. Para struggling a little bit with these BLJs. So many runs have died to BLJs specifically.
Well, it's kind of almost, you know, a little bit of RNG. When I do BLJs, I find that it's harder to do BLJ. Like, it's easier to do BLJs to start off. Like, my first BLJs are really, really nice when I'm practicing. But then all of a sudden, as I practice more and more, my BLJs get worse and worse.
Right.
So that might be what we're seeing here.
All right.
I'm just having so much difficulty with this BLJ and anti.
He had it right there.
Should have it there. Yes.
All right.
And again, anti. See, missing that first throw again.
And that's what's hard when you miss the first one. It like going into bits, you kind of know where you're going, like which bombs you're going to. But I think Anti does a really good job at even missing the first throw to line it up and just nail 3 out. It's just the first one he's been struggling with. That should be it.
And I didn't see.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Wow.
So Anti will take race number 2.
With a 16:31. Wow. So that's
nice
now
sub 17.
That's 5 in a row for Anti.
I don't know. Like, I gotta ask you. You know, if you're Para, what are you thinking here?
Well, he knows the game. He knows what he's doing. You know, I think there's kind of a lot of factors here. He knows that he can do it, but it's that endurance factor. I think Para is a phenomenal SM64 runner.
Mm.
And this right here is the qualifier for Smash and Splash. All right.
Well, you never know. I mean, Anti was in the reverse situation last match. You never know. But one thing I have noticed about Para, and this isn't to say anything terrible about Para or anything like that, but I noticed that he typically suffers from tilt a little bit more than other racers. That might be just my perspective on him. And this whole, you know, the past 5 races, you know, it's got to be a tipping point for him.
I mean, yes and no. I think, you know, he's got that consistency, and yeah, and that tilt comes from he knows how good of a player that he is.
Well, and that's what I mean.
Capable of, yeah, and you know. But you know, kind of looking at him in chat, he seems pretty calm. I know, like I said, he's under the weather a little bit, and that could be a factor. But
I didn't realize that.
Wow, LBLJ's get good. Oh, Anti getting the text box there, so Para's going to be in the lead now.
Well, if Para can have a nice Dark World here, that'll be a big confidence boost.
That'd be huge.
I mean, taking deaths in Dark World the past at least two races.
Goomba's staying completely clear. I mean, it looked like he almost kissed that amp. Going for a little. Ooh.
That was nice. Para looking really nice. Wow. That's night and day for Para.
Oh, almost with the double firsties. Wow.
Really nice. You know what? And I was watching Anti as well. Both guys having really nice Dark Worlds.
Anti with the last-minute ledge grab there. Mario not wanting to go in the pipe. All right. And just like that, we're at a race again. This is what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, Para can get tilted during runs, but he is able to like separate them out. You know, if you ever watched, like, just sat and watched Para just grind things out, you'll kind of see that, and that's why he's got multiple world records and is as good
certainly.
as he is.
Well, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him kind of flip it over,
Right.
and retake control. Because he is good. You're right. He's super consistent. It's just and he knows that it's got to be able to turn that into a positive rather than a negative.
Right.
I know a lot of people who look at themselves and they're like, oh man, like I should be doing so much better and better than this, and they take it so negatively, but you can turn it into a positive so easily. And Kara able to get that texture shot at first go as well as Anti.
I mean, Paris texture setup was like super fast as well. They both won it.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. You kind of feel it, don't you? That this third race, it kind of means something a little bit more.
It does.
I mean, to both of these guys.
I mean, Anti's lineup for Alice always makes you nervous because he lines up a little bit to the right of what everyone else does. But he gets it every time. All right, last star here in Womp's Fortress is going to be this Wild Blue Star. Heading on to greener pastures. AKA not green at all, Shifting Sandlane.
Well, that was a really nice Womp, so that'll set them both up to continue this run and just play consistently and keep it close the whole time. I mean, that's what you want to see out of playoff races.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm shocked. These guys they're in their 8th race. Like, doing the same thing 8 times.
It's gotta be just absolute. I mean, and you're so used to grinding where you'll run and Anti throwing away the bomb. Para this is the opportunity that Para needs right.
Oh no! And Para took a bomb. No.
A little bit of commentator's curse.
No.
And he's just gonna take a death. But Anti going clear over the star there with the backup with Talon, but Para taking a really costly death, but that was a very intelligent move by Para. Take the death, knowing that he's gonna spawn in the pyramid no matter what.
Oh. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. That was a weird bonk.
That was really anticlimactic. Anti having a little trouble with his plus.
All right. Now, medium bomb. That's where it's tough. Like, if you're in runs, like, you're gonna reset or you're gonna throw it away. But you can make it work with the medium bomb, but it's not easy. So Anti just in the lead by a tiny hair. As we're finishing up SSL, going into Lethal Avalanche.
That was a heck of an exchange there.
That was a weird bonk. Two different stars here starting out. Anti going for the bully star. Para with side hop, nailing it first try this time, making it look easy. With that, Para takes a minor lead again. But then we're probably going to switch off here shortly. Now, Para's been alternating between Lava Boost and the Elevator Star, so I'm kind of interested to see what he's doing.
Well, I suspect he's going to go for that Lava Boost.
Probably.
I suspect it.
Well, I don't know. He's had issues with it, so it's kind of up in the air. We'll see what he goes for here.
Well, you're right. There he goes.
Playing it safe.
With the elevator. Anti.
Oh, Anti. Taking a booty burn. Gonna try it again. Gets his second try. I don't blame Para there. Like,
I don't either. No, you're right.
You've seen Punke, who didn't change up his strats at all, and he just stayed the course and stayed consistent, and he ended up winning. against Cheese. So that's kind of the key. I think that was a really smart decision.
Well, having known you were having difficulty, and I figured Pear would go for it just because, you know, he's so close every single time to getting it and having it perfect. You know, thinking that, you know, maybe okay, I'll get it this time. But you're right. You know, going for the thing that works versus the thing that you've been messing up on. This is a close race. You need to win this race. Don't want to have problems with unnecessary stars. Anti taking a little bit of a ledge grab there before moving in.
I mean,
the volcano.
Because if you look at it here, Para is now in the lead again. And if he would have failed or fallen off again on Lava Boost, he would not have the lead. So, yet again, that's a super smart move for him.
Yeah,
really
definitely.
Smart.
Definitely. So we move our way into HMC.
And this has been the first in a couple of races that this has been now flipped. Para looking like a different Paracusia. I think, after those races, he was like, you know what, I got to represent. I got to put on the blue esports stuff now. So I can pop off.
Right.
Channeling that blue esports power. All right.
Talking to Todd. Getting that star will make his way back in.
Fancy not having issues with those bold. Oh, commentator. Speaks
Call a little too soon. It almost purposely came into the way.
Yeah, I did.
It looked like it had a mind of its own. They seem to have a mind of their own, don't they?
That's that famous RNG.
And Para will go back in to get the last star here in HMC. Anti grabbing that Todd star will also jump back in. This is close.
This is very close. All right. And Para's done. You see Anti rocking that left side still.
Well, which side is honestly faster?
If you have optimal movement going up the right side, so doing the double jump into the wall kick, and then a long jump across is the most optimal compared to the triple jump. The one that you saw Para doing is
right.
the most optimal.
It saves like a second or two, right?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that much of a time save, but it is more optimal.
Well,
and it's only if your movement is optimal.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is because of the sort of thing that we looked at with Para going for elevator over lava boost, right? Like, which one's faster, which one's more optimal. And that's one of the interesting things I like about 16 star is that you might see 5 different combinations of stars.
Right.
Because in a race, because you're looking for consistency over, you might be looking for consistency over speed necessarily in kind of trading off, okay, I'll lose a second here, but I'll make up a 2 seconds over here.
Right. Ooh,
and Para, oh my gosh.
Front sub.
Really nice front right sub there. And Anti going for that back sub is going to be losing a little bit of time here over Para.
Wow. Para he turned it back on. Like I said, put on that blue esports stuff and just is playing out of his mind right now.
It feels like something special right now in this third race from Para.
And gets the pole skip here. No dusty rollouts for him. No dusty dives.
Wow. Oh. He had that problem last race. Was able to get it.
Oh, no.
And he is going to have to wait now.
It's okay.
In that time.
Neck and neck. Oh, and
Anti
takes a fall. Gonna have to wait himself.
Wow.
We're just going back and forth.
You just traded time for time. Like, that was just another bizarre exchange.
Yeah, it was.
Man.
All right.
Keeping this race interesting for the fans and the viewers.
Keeping it saucy. All right. Now, here's kind of where the rubber meets the road. Coming up on to BLJs,
Well,
we know both runners have just been really not super consistent on BLJs. Para having a couple of runs where he just like popped up there, and then a couple of runs where he's just hanging out on the stairs for a little while.
Well, like I was saying earlier, you know, when I go to practice BLJs, you know, my first couple BLJs, it's like instantaneous. Then, like 20 minutes later, after I've been practicing it, all of a sudden having a lot of difficulty. And maybe that's just me, but
Are you saying practice makes worser?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I really don't, but it's so bizarre to me, and maybe it's just
up, and he's in.
Able to get it first go.
Wow,
that was instantaneous, like you were saying.
That was pretty epic. Here we go. Make it happen again.
Not as instantaneous.
That's all right.
Can continue to go for it.
I wish I could hear the mashing right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can just imagine the on the button there.
No, there's all different schools of thought. You know, slow mash versus fast mash. And... All right.
Oh, and Anti's a little bit faster BLJ in that 70-star Dorso. Getting a little closer there. This is a race, for sure.
I mean, the 8th one. The 8th no reset in a row. Moving left side, he executes. Oh no, and he's taking full!
Completely missing that elevator!
No. It did Anti!
It did Anti! Missing right side!
They're just
back and forth!
Back and forth. It's like, I hit you with the left hook, I'm gonna hit you with the right hook. We're just going back and forth. Anti, right side, misses again, gets the ledge grab. No, what? Normally you back that up with the...
Anti having a little bit of difficulty. But... Oh man. Be still my heart.
Yeah, so we will be going to another match here if Para wins this one out.
Para missing that first throw.
I mean, I can only imagine. Like I said, 8 no resets so far. We've been going now for a few hours.
I was saying this earlier. You know, you're so used to resetting at Womps or missing the second throw, giving Anti a little bit more of an opportunity here.
There we go.
Oh, it is neck and neck. Para cannot miss a throw. Oh!
Wow!
What? And Anti!
Oh my god.
Taking it there in the last throw. Wow!
Oh my god.
That is... Wow. I don't... What do you say?
I can't even say anything.
I can't... Wow.
Holy crap. Like, that was... I didn't expect that.
That is unbelievable. I mean, GG's to both guys. Anti taking 3 for 3. Taking 2 out of the 3 matches. He will move on to Smash and Splash.
Yeah.
But Para missing it by 1 throw.
That's insane. Like
that whole bitch was just an absolutely crazy. Just the back and forth.
I still, I mean, I don't know what to say.
I'm in shock, and I'm sure that chat is in shock as well. But we'll see if we can get these guys
Yeah.
into the
Farah,
booth.
What's up?
oh my god, like that. We thought you would turn it on this last match. Like you just played really well compared to like the middle. I know you haven't been feeling the best in the world, but um, what changed? What like did you just like turn on the switch to try to put it in overdrive, or what did you do differently?
I don't know. Playing was hard because I have a different travel time with my buttons. Because I switched out my pad last night, like my button pads. So I think that was why BLJs were giving me trouble. It's
Yeah,
because
some of them
like
were instant and some of them just took a little while.
yeah, my buttons are mush right now. Need to order in some new button pads, but I think I just played bad because this is the reason why I haven't been doing like 120 attempts is because like I can play in short bursts, but right now I have like really bad coughing fits, so it's just like hard to play. Like especially, how many races did we do? Like 8.
8 total, and
Yeah.
we've got Anti in the call now as well. 6 wins in a row. Tell me about that. Your first couple of and this is, of course, the whole match ago. Your first 2 runs against Para. Para was playing like a god, and you were having some issues. What was going on there?
It always takes me like a game or 2 to get into it. I'm always really nervous no matter what. But like, I don't know, I played pretty terribly for basically the whole thing. But at least I got kind of good towards I got like a lot of 16s at the end,
You
which was
did.
nice. I think that's what carried me.
You definitely did, and it was neck and neck. I still can't believe for both of you that very last race right there, where like you snuck in with those 3 throws and just took it from Para. Do you watch the other runner while you're running yourself, or do you just kind of like put your head down and just play the game?
I don't watch the stream. I have no idea where Pear is at. I checked the
Gotcha.
stream like at the end of races to see what the times were, and that's about it. So yeah, I had no idea what it was looking like.
Wow.
Well, and my question for both of you guys is what was going through your guys' heads through bits, because it was just like that whole third race was back and forth, but especially bits. I mean, you traded the lead about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that's my classic can't do bits properly once moment. Too hard.
Yeah.
And Para, I've noticed throughout you kind of switched up your strats a couple of times, going with moves. Even saw a couple of lava boosts in there as well. What was your thought process behind switching up those strats? I think he started coughing right there.
Yeah.
But Ante, you stayed consistent throughout. In the beginning, Para was just destroying you with Womp's Fortress. Like he was just boom, 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 boom. But you were having some issues with like texture setup. I think you had to do one of the sock folder setups at one point, and it seemed that Para's beginning was really strong, and your beginning wasn't, and then you just kind of flip somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
What was going on there?
Yeah, it's the same. Like it's the same thing. Like it takes me like a few matches to get like to calm down. I guess like when I do texture setup and my hands are that shaky, it never works. So I don't know why I tried it. But yeah, as I like calmed down, it became a lot easier. Texture setup's really precise, and it's a terrible idea to go for it when I'm really nervous like that at the start.
Well, Scotch and Ty Guy, what else do you have for these gyms?
I mean, that was just great racing on both sides. I know nerves and a little bit of illness came into it, but Auntie, what do you think about how do you feel about Smash and Splash?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't expecting to get this far at all, so I wasn't even thinking about it until now. But it'll be hard, but I'll try to get there. I'm probably don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna be on like a stage or anything. I've never like done anything like that at all. It'll probably be very nerve-wracking, and I'm gonna go against like Aki and all of that. I'm assuming
Well, what's good
probably going
is,
to be embarrassing.
Aki has also not been on stage, but Ouija has. We, being in the 70-star league out at Pace, kind of has that advantage over you. So he's one to look out for also. But gentlemen, thank you very much. GG's once again to Auntie and to both of you guys for deciding to just play all of these straight through. You're both madmen. Like
We were gonna
absolute
do
madmen.
like all three together if it was needed, and yeah, that would have been pretty
That would
terrible.
have been insane.
Yeah.
Possibility of 15 races all in one go.
Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted after 2.
Right.
Don't know what I was thinking.
Exactly. Well, GG's once again to you guys, and GG's to you as well, Scotch and Ty Guy. Always enjoy having you in the booth, helping to commentate and carry the commentary, keep it going along, and always enjoy having you.
Oh, certainly, and it was good being in the booth again. Long little break from Pace, but always good to come back.
All right, and viewers, don't forget, you can hit exclamation point bracket to see what the current standings are in this and the other GSA leagues, and the merch. It's going away here soon. It's only for a limited time. Exclamation point merch. We'll give you that link. Like I said, I'm sporting this 2019 Pace shirt right now here in the booth. But yeah, keep an eye out. Exclamation point schedule will also give you a schedule of events. I think we're taking a day or so off, but things pop up all the time. Once again, excellent races today. Scotch and Ty Guy, great commentating with you, and hope you guys have a wonderful evening.
Have a good
I
night.
love Beanie.
Benny.